Hello, and welcome to my report on the article, Friendship Across Religions, an Interreligious Manifesto by Rabbi Dr. Alon Goshen-Gottstein. This article is the concluding chapter of a book named Friendship Across Religions, Theological Perspectives on Interreligious Friendship. This topic was the focus of engagement by the Elijah Board of World Religious Leaders in Oxford in 2012. The meeting focused on uncovering the many facets of friendship. This book was a result of the meeting and highlights many of the religious leaders gathered there and the friendships between them. There were 6 participating religions and 12 scholars, including our professor, Dr. Habito, and his wife, Dr. Maria Reis Habito, who co-authored a chapter on Buddhist perspectives. If you would like more information, you can find many videos on the Elijah Interfaith Institute's YouTube page. Alon Goshen-Gottstein's book can be purchased online or borrowed from Bridwell Library. Rabbi Dr. Alon Goshen-Gottstein has been the founder and director of the Elijah Interfaith Institute since 1997 and is a leading figure in the interreligious dialogue. His work especially involves world religious leadership. He's a scholar of Jewish studies and has served as the director of the Center for the Study of Rabbinic Thought for Beit Moshe College in Jerusalem. The book from where this chapter is extracted is one of a multi-volume series of interfaith studies edited by Goshen-Gottstein. This particular article discusses the benefits of and justifications for interreligious friendship. It begins by defining the term friendship. Friendship describes several different levels of relationship. There is a friend, who is the person with whom we cultivate a deep, intentional, focused, and spiritual relationship. There is a neighbor, who is the person living their lives next to us, sharing a common aspect of our lives, and in whom we seek to cultivate some basic aspects of interreligious friendship. Neighbor and friend are on 2 separate ends of the spectrum. Goshen-Gottstein refers to them as general friendship and spiritual friendship. General friendship is one that, ideally, governs all our relationships, while spiritual friendship is more appropriate for those with deep spiritual commitment. Basic guidelines should govern both neighbor and friend. Interreligious friendship recognizes similarities that serve as its foundations. Different religions share common purposes. Friendship is a means of growing goodness and harmony, which are commonly recognized by our different religions. Interreligious friendship is more than an economic or political relationship. Friendship is recognized as an important goal and value, rather than gaining non-spiritual goals. Finally, the friendship is characterized by a mutual give and take, which engages both sides in the relationship. Differences also come into play with friendships. Goshen-Gottstein writes that differences in religious belief are not a reason to avoid friendship. In interreligious friendships, one does not set aside religious differences, but instead, the friendship keeps everyone mindful of the differences and approach the differences as a way to grow, learn, and transform within the friendship. These differences can be a form of blessing. As one learns in their interreligious friendship, they gain a better understanding of the other person and a deeper self-understanding of individuals and religious communities. Each person is recommended to read and study the scriptures of the other in a spirit of friendship, benevolence, and generosity. Each friend affirms the truth taught in their friend's religion. This spiritual commonality recognized between the religions is of greater significance than the differences. Goshen-Gottstein argues that maintaining the identity of one's religious community is a primary concern of the teaching of each one's religion. Thus, the practice of interreligious friendship is not a means of diluting one's faith identity. Rather, it should strengthen and deepen it. For this to happen properly, each friend should be firmly rooted in their tradition. The practice of interreligious friendship requires trust, and it must be mutual. Any attempt to practice interreligious friendship as a means of proselytizing, Goshen-Gottstein writes, is unequivocally condemned. Speech is a central issue for practicing interreligious friendship. Some recommendations include open and honest communication, neither avoiding nor covering up potential topics of difficulty while respecting the other at the same time. Questioning is an important part of interreligious friendship, and each friend should be willing and open to questions. Hard questions are a part of honest speech, but a foundation of trust can support a healthy interreligious friendship. Above all, however, Goshen-Gottstein encourages the reader to keep the face of the friend always before you, as one finds the good and searches for understanding. Friendship must be displayed in action, and this is the same for interreligious friendships. One should support, collaborate, and be in solidarity when issues regarding the well-being of one of the friends comes up. A common action for the good is also a means of expressing friendship. In interreligious friendship, friends are called to discover a deeper unity that transcends differences. Goshen-Gottstein writes that it has been discovered that friendship goes beyond a human or religious relationship and is recognized as a spiritual gift from the divine. Both friends look beyond to a higher reality that unifies them and is made manifest through their friendship. Goshen-Gottstein's final recommendation is that every person seek at least one friend from another religion. It takes one friend, it only takes one friend, to change our orientation, to broaden our horizons, to open our hearts, and to make us ready for the transformation that interreligious friendship produces. On a personal note, I am a liberal Baptist and have been studying at Perkins for 3 years, surrounded by my Methodist siblings, both liberal and conservative. Although Baptists and Methodists are Christian, there are many differences, as you know, between the two denominations. Classmates I have shared space with have been generous and loving with me in this academic place as I ask questions and learn about being Methodist. By learning about the Methodist faith, I've had the opportunity to examine my own beliefs and why I follow the Baptist faith. I am so grateful for this experience and underline Goshen-Gottstein's recommendation to develop interreligious friendships. My heart and mind have been opened and blessed beyond words. Thank you for the gifts you have been to my life.